G'day, it's Clive Rocksinger here. I tried the CD thing and it came out nice, and then I found out that this is only kind of sprayed on. I thought it was like, really bonded onto the plastic, so that's a complete failure. It did have a nice finish, but I had no idea that it peeled off like that. So, unsuccessful. So what I did was I got these CD cases for $2 from the cheap shop. You get 10 for $2, and you get a couple of nice large bits out of it. You get that one there at the back. This is a fair bit shorter, that's it there. And what I've done is I've made the frame thinner, and I've made it out of orange to contrast the black, and I quite like this stuff. It's nice. It's very brittle, but it's like really high quality. It's quite nice. And once I get that in a little frame like that, the frame, this one was 3.5mm. I've made the new one about 2. It'll be a fair bit thinner than that. And I didn't recess both sides on this one, and so I should clamp it on pretty good. But AS motto, do everything, just keep batting away until you find something to do it. The reason I'm doing this is because it's not actually that the PLA is expensive, it's just I can't get it out where I am, and I've got to buy it like $30 a roll, and I have to probably buy, half a dozen rolls at a time. And making these frames up doesn't chew up a lot of PLA, and I can use up all my bits and pieces. That's the good part about it, because you don't use much PLA, so you don't need like rolls and rolls of it. And so making these little frames up is not going to be very expensive, and you're getting quite a bit of expanse with that. And I don't have to keep buying PLA all the time. It's getting to be a problem getting it out here now. The shop doesn't sell it now. But the orange I'm making it out of is that orange, and that's the new frame. The bigger one, I just coloured it, whatever. And that's the new frame that I'm making up at the moment. And I've got my new Nook now. I think they call it a Nook. And I've got my 3D printer here, and it's a little kind of recess in this kitchen, my new kitchen. I can't turn the light on here, that light doesn't work. But I've got a thing down here for, I don't know if I can't turn the light on there. That's for putting the filament and stuff on. But the trick with the filament is that you don't want air to get to it. And so what I'm going to do is put it in a bar fridge. I've got a little bar fridge at the back, as a matter of fact. There it is, see. It's a bit grubby because it was down the back. And that's going to be the container for my new filament. And that'll hopefully I'll be able to try and get it in that little nook in there once I've cleaned it up. That was down the garage, so it's pretty grubby. It's actually brand new, but you don't have to actually turn the thing on, but it's a vacuum because it doesn't allow any air in there. To get the cold to work, it's got to be in a vacuum. So when you close the door, there's no air coming in there, and that's really what's destroying your PLA. And so you've got to vacuum seal it. So that's new. I haven't hardly used that, so that'll come in handy. So the fridge doesn't have to work. But it's going to maintain my PLA, because I did find that I had it sitting around for a little bit this time, and one of the ones I had, the clear one, started to go a little bit brittle, so I'm not quite up to oiling my PLA at this particular point, but things are looking pretty good. So you try one thing, it doesn't work, try something else. I quite like that. It's nice. It's got a nice finish. It's got a bit of a kind of a little bit of a silvery fleck in it. It's nice. I like that. But it's very, very brittle. It broke a couple of times when I cut it, so I'll have to work out a guillotine or something for that. Yeah, CD cases are cheap as. These are the ones I bought, and they were $2 for 10, so they're certainly not expensive. And you get a fair bit of area out of that, and that saves me PLA. Because I've got to make a now what did I do with it? I've got a book, and I want to make a housing for the book, and it's a little folder, it's about that big, and I want it to sit up that way. and so it uses quite an expansive PLA, and I'm chewing up a lot of PLA, and it's chewing up a lot of time too. So I'm hoping to bolt these things together in a sort of a artistic arrangement. They not necessarily have solid connections between the two. I was actually thinking of having like bars between them and make it into a kind of a sort of a strange looking frame. I thought it might be quite artistic, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this goes. I'm just trying to save on PLA, and I'm also trying to chew up all my little bits and pieces and use up stuff that I've got sitting around. I've got many of these when I printed, when I knocked out the CD for my book. I bought about 30 packets of these, so I've got many packets of those lying around. They're not going to any use, and I've got a whole box of them down the back, so, and I mean a big box. So yeah, you know, the idea is this conservation of it's recycling. It's a good way to recycle rather than throw them away. Use them for something. And if you break it, you just unscrew it from the frame, put another one in. You've only got to cut it with scissors, but yeah, I'll get it down to a science. So yeah, the CD, and it was too hard to cut the CDs too. This stuff's a lot easier. You just cut it with scissors. So Clive Rocksinger, over and out.